This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
And well, in the meantime, may I have the liberty to communicate this order to the learned trial judge, my lord?
Communicate.
Because 2 o'clock is fixed, my lord. The gist of the order, if I may have the liberty to communicate. Perfect. No, at 2 o'clock today, the matter is before the learned trial judge, my lord. So if I may have...
Deeply placed. Deeply placed.
The direction of the High Court, the matter is being fixed.
Exactly, which is why...
Jumdar, all we understand. But at the same time, this no heaven will fall.
I understand.
There is
Correct.
a
Absolutely correct.
postponement.
Absolutely correct.
All right.
We'll communicate it.
After all, every accused has a right to due process. You have to also examine the requirement of the accused to prepare his defense. Saying is 25,000 papers have been...
No, it's not correct. I shall tell your lordship.
To examine
Yes.
that issue. Examine that if when the documents were supplied.
The charge sheet was filed in the month of November.
We are talking
yes. Why, why I'm telling your lordship? Now, the appropriate authority, of the accused, they did not give sanction for 2 months.
When ultimately, the documents were supplied?
1st of February.
1st of February. When the date has been fixed for consideration of charge?
It was, yes.
Court. Now tell us, if you were appearing for the accused and you asked for some time that let me look into the 190 papers so that I can prepare myself for addressing you for the framing of charge. Is it something which is very unjust?
But at the same time, it is your lordship's view. The statutory provisions.
What is the statute?
He is not a handmaiden of justice. Your lordship.
What is the statutory provision, Mr. Mujumdar?
250 there.
Not to give time to an accused and frame a charge.
That is true.
That is a statutory provision, Mr. Mujumdar.
But that is in the statute itself.
Oh, the statute says that the accused will not...
No, that is given. That has been given in the new statute.
What has been given?
It says if a person, they want to file a discharge application within 60 days.
So yes. He is asked for 7 days. He's asked for 7 days.
Then your lordship, right now, your lordship can pass the order, your lordship can allow 7 days.
No, I never said 7 days.
What?
With greatest respect, Manoj, I was the person who made the first movement. I had said that give me some reasonable time and ask them to paginate. All I requested was pagination.
Mr.
Yes,
don't feel that have the privilege of dilating proceeding in the
no, Manoj. Any reasonable time your lordship would give.
So 7 days time to look into the papers and file your discharge petitions. We will monitor this in this appeal.
As your lordship, please.
So that the discharge petitions are heard with 7 days from the date on which the discharge petitions are given. We would like all the counsels appearing for the accused together with the Deputy Solicitor General and work out a time frame reasonable and just to all of you and for us for the purpose of consideration of charge.
I'm sorry.
For the purpose of consideration of charge. That the document given to you, some of you have filed your discharge petition. If you wish to file discharge, you don't wish to file discharge. Would the matter will be taken up for consideration of charge on the 7th. In the event any discharge petition is filed or supplementary applications are filed, they will be fixed for hearing on that day. And the matter shall be heard and disposed of within 7 days thereof. That is to say 15 days from date. And charges shall be framed in the event the discharge petitions are dismissed. As your lordship, we will post this appeal hearing after 3 weeks. And you will give a report with regard to the progress. Any delay, you will be at liberty to mention and bring it before our
lordship.
We do not want a situation where justice hurried, it's justice buried. Get the idea?
Yes.
But at the same time, we will keep the entire proceeding under our strict supervision. so that in the name of due process, dilation and delay does not take place.
We'll come back tomorrow morning, my lord, your lordship.
We keep it at 10:30 tomorrow.
10:30
All
tomorrow.
parties will be given copies.
In the meantime, we'll call, my lord, effect service, my lord, upon everybody, my lord. Your lordship will hear us tomorrow and pass necessary order, my lord.
Yes, we will pass
Absolutely.
necessary orders. We have made ourselves very clear.
Yes, my lord.
So, my lord, we are deeply obliged, my lord. Your
March
lordship.
4th may be a bit hasty, but give some time and finish off.
As your lordship, please. My lord, we are not, my lord, whatever your lordships feel like.
law gives a time frame. You see, we will follow the BNSS. We will follow the BNSS time frame. In the matter of
Exactly, we are only on that.
But
My
our
lord, depressed.
anxiety,
60 days, we will.
But we'll come back tomorrow, my lord. We'll assist your lordship, my lord. We'll bow down, my lord. What will be your lordship's decision, my lord? We'll just assist your lordship, my
We
lord.
will give you a reasonable time.
Perfect, my lord. Only, my lord, the reasonable time your lordship will kindly give tomorrow after hearing us.
We will ask you for a proposal. We are not
No,
giving.
my lord, we'll come up with a proposal also, my lord.
Hope that the parties will agree to a time schedule. Both the prosecutor and the defense will agree to a time schedule within which discharges, if any, will be filed, objections will be placed, and the matter will be decided. Now, and we will also examine the grounds of your
Please, my
what
lord.
discharge. Discharge doesn't mean just saying I want discharge.
Exactly, my lord. And that was our application because 25,000 pages, my lord, 4 days.
my lord, these are register, my lord, the bill books, my lord, these are, my lord, they need to, my lord, examine the statement of. Yes.
The question is, discharge petitions are demurrer petitions. Let us see on the ground on which he prays. What is his ground for discharge? Does he claim to be a public servant? These are jurisdictional issues.
Yes,
He
yes.
admits to be a public servant. There are allegations of misappropriation, etc. Correctness or otherwise, or his involvement, questions of fact. The other issues involved are issues maybe relating to sanction, etc. They are mixed questions of law and fact. So we will look into in a sanction under PC Act. It's not a sanction under Indian Penal Code, under the BNSS or CRPC, where the question of whether it is in discharge of official duty, etc. Only who is the sanctioning authority may be questioned. Apart from that, nothing.
The sanctioning authority took 2 months.
Sir,
And your lordship knows our only apprehension, by this way, the proceeding cannot be dragged. Your lordship knows then they will come and say the Article 21 is being infringed, so you want bail. But this is our only apprehension.
But 3 months
My lord,
is
kindly
the
consider
timeline as per the PC Act.
Name a time, my lord, and your lordship kindly dispose of the application.
We'll argue tomorrow.
We want you to look into their proposals.
Yes,
in the
my
time
lord.
frame
Let them
in
give.
light of PNS
Most obliged.
and
the PC Act, my lord.
work it out. Correct?
Yes, my lord. Deeply obliged, my lord.
Morning, your lordship grant me leave, but I went to the filing, your lordship there.
If granted, listed along with these matters.
Your lordship.
Give advance copies.
Well, may I have the liberty to communicate, my lord, if that line?
Jalpaiguri matter is one.
Yes, the Jalpaiguri, why? It will be there before the circuit bench.
But the circuit bench is not functioning, your lordship.
From Monday.
Monday. From Monday. So, what is the offense?
420.6, your lordship.
To dismiss it. We reject it now. Or you go on Monday. All right. We'll
Yes, my
keep
lord.
30 tomorrow.
And my lord,
Deeply obliged, my lord.
Yes.
that line may be
Nothing,
included. Well, included. But your lordship said yes, my lord. Just, my lord. If that line may be included, my lord, the liberty to
Happen, we'll communicate it.
Please,
My
please
officer
don't
is there. My
We are
officer
going
is
to
present
propose
there.
framing of charges.
Yes.
We will, please let us not make a trial a spectacle.
We will come back tomorrow
Remove
morning.
sensationalism.
Which is
Let
why
them
before
be
your lordship.
addressed on forensic requirements of law.
Absolutely.
We understand there is nothing, there is no hurry in this matter with regard to it. It's for the prosecutor to propose the framing of charge. They have asked the matter, this appeal to be fixed tomorrow. We've given copies. We'll keep tomorrow. We have acknowledged what you have said with regard to documents being supplied to you on 1st and date has been fixed on 4th. So we've proposed to you to give a time frame for your responses to the charge and the dates for framing of charge. Please share the Deputy Solicitor
Well, we will do that.
and we will get their response. Mr. Trivedi, what we propose is there may be a bit of a hastiness. First copies were given, date for framing of charge on 4th. He says, I filed a discharge petition 1 page. I would like to look into it further to supplement it. So our proposal is that all the accused are before us. You give a fixed time within which you will file discharge if any, right? Your responses will be filed within another, let's say, 3 days or 10 days. If you at all want a response, judge will consider discharge petition / framing of charge on the date. Tentatively, let us say 7 days from date. Next 7 days, date fixed for consideration. And we will post this appeal 3 weeks hence for taking a report from you with regard to any progress. The judge will not give any extension to any party. And matter will be mentioned before us if necessary, if you feel that parties are not cooperating. Right?
Very.
We want a common consensus with regard. This is fixing trial schedule. These are not really competing exercises. We should have it objectively done and process to be proceeded. We are not making any comment about any discharge petition, etc. And
Because that's not the subject
clear,
matter.
we make it clear if any order is being assailed, give liberty to CBI and the appellant respondent petition to pray for assignment so that it will be placed before us.
Yes, madam.
Right?
Give us that
We
also.
don't want, huh?
Yes,
Give
madam.
liberty as well, my lord.
No, you will have every liberty.
Provided we need
Now
to, my lord.
go again.
Provided
to the
we need
CBI
to do
and
that, my lord.
Stay in criminal division.
No, but that's.
All
But it
that
was.
will not
But it never happened in this case, my lord. It never happened, my lord. I am in custody for a considerable period of time.
What we propose to do is commence the trial as quickly as possible, and we will, as soon as the charge is framed, we'll put the onus on CBI to give us a trial schedule date so that they would conclude the prosecution evidence within a reasonable time.
Who are the persons, my lord, who are not discharged? Who are the persons who are not discharged?
You are very optimistic.
No, I'm not on that one. Since your lordship is.
That your optimism sees the light of day, but nonetheless, yes.
My lord, since your lordship is using that expression, my lord, that kindly appreciate this, my lord, that the time frame thereafter, my lord. Now we are at the threshold, my
Why
lord.
we are saying this, Mr. Bhattacharya, is because this entire exercise of registration of an FIR was under the auspices of this court.
Yes.
This rules out a question of false implication,
My lord,
prima facie.
my lord, with deepest respect, subject to correction, it's the transfer of investigation,
Yes, so
not the
transfer
registration of the FIR.
Investigation denotes an application of mind to the nature of the accusation, the gravity of the accusation, the relevance of a specialized agency to handle the investigation, and all other allied matters.
Very well, but we'll come back tomorrow, we'll
These
satisfy
are
your lordship.
things which are relevant when we question the continuation of proceedings.
Deeply obliged, my lord. Deeply obliged. Your lordship will hear us on that, my lord.
So the questions of malafides, etc., really take a backseat.
I'm deeply obliged. Your lordship has indicated, my lord.
So far as I am concerned, my lord, my lord, so far as I am concerned, I will limit my arguments to the time frame only. I will not go into anything else.
No, this time frame on the basis of
I will just stick to what this honorable court is indicating. I will not
Do that.
espouse any further cause.
Argument, any whatever lordship has fallen from your lordship.
As
we are-
of,
That's it.
as of now,
That's-
they have come up against an appeal with a limited question.
Yes.
That single judge did not give them time to prefer the judge petition in light of of the law which BNSS which permits them to file a discharge within 60 days. The question is whether that 60 days is something which is sacrosanct, or the courts in appropriate cases can give directions for filing discharge petition at early points of
Now, that
time.
is the reason I told your lordship the statutory provisions are handmaiden to justice, my lord.
Right.
That is fallen from your lordship only. We
is
came
not-
to know about
it's
from
not-
your lordship's court.
The problem is elsewhere, Mr. Mojumdar. We are not on 60. We are on 3.
Correct.
1st February copies supplied, 4th February date for framing of charge. This is what is affecting our sense of fair procedure. And now if you frame the charge, the question at a later stage will be, is the trial process in consonance with due?
BNSS or not. I understand.
Principles.
Not completely agree.
You understand?
Yes, yes.
Then that 60 day will stare at your
yes.
face. They had a time of 60. They were hurried into framing of these charges in 3 days. That is why I am making that endeavor to come up with proposals and streamline the process. Understand? So that it cannot be said in future that adequate opportunities had been denied to the accused for the process of conducting trial.
Lordship.
While trials of these cases should be on fast track mode, but at the same time we have
Following the
cater,
statutory
yes,
provisions.
we have to cater to the requirements of law. We cannot just brush them aside.
We'll come back tomorrow.
Come back.